Here's a short video showing you how to use Overture 5 with East West Symphonic Choirs in their Wordbuilder tool, which is a kind of a unique tool that lets you actually build words out of phonemes. It doesn't work perfectly, but it's a lot better than anything else I've ever seen. So what I did here is I loaded in an XML that I created in Notion a long time ago. That's a little chorale, and it came in with no problems. Now, when you want to use lyrics, you'll go to the lyric tool here, and then you can grab stuff and move it around. If it's imported, it imported up here. I just grabbed it and moved it right down. It worked very well. And their lyric tool is kind of nice. You can click on a word and it highlights, and then you can change a word and input things very easily. So once I have this loaded, then I wanted to go to my track assignments and load up play. I just loaded a separate instance of play in each of these 4 channels. And once I'm in play, I loaded symphonic choirs. Now I only have one line of text here in a normal chorale. I put it on all lines, but as it turns out, that's just a guide for me because I have to turn this text into a phonetic language called Votox that's provided by East West. When I load up my choirs, and I loaded soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. When you load up the uh, symphonic choirs, there's a little word builder. If you loaded the word builder multi, that's something you have to remember to do. Don't load a single instrument. You need to load the multi that has the WB on it, and we can see here that I've loaded the multis and there's special WB instances, and then you can choose some kind of a sample. I just chose the dynamic mod one. Choose whatever you like to test it out. So we go back to our player, and now when I click this word builder function, you can see here I've got some gobbledygook language going on here, but it has meaning. What East West did was recorded all these phonemes, and they give you a cheat sheet here to allow you to map vowels and consonants as well with uh, the language that you want to notate. Now the sounds are the same, but they've given you a kind of a Latinized set of letters and a kind of an English set. I use the English set. The sounds that come out are the same. It just depends on what the text that you type in is. So you have to get used to this kind of weird language of trying to match a sound that you want, like oh here. This is German, so I had to kind of match the sounds of German to these phonemes. And then when you load up your word builder tool, um, you need to find you know the thing that's going to be an O, and O happens to be these two together, and you can go in and check it out, and it takes a little bit of experimenting, and if some things are capitalized, some are not, and if you forget to capitalize, it'll come out totally different than what you think, and it's not going to be totally true like a real choir is going to sound, but if you do it right, uh, it is a it's pretty impressive. So let's just go through and play what I have here, and I'll just give you a few tips on using this. You basically type in syllables or words made out of these phonemes that will match the notes that are being played. All right. So I just happened to, put them all together here, and it just totally looks like garbage. But when we play it, and let's go back and do one more thing. How do you know where you are in this set of phonemes to begin or end? And you can kind of click where you are or just reset. So I'm going to reset them all to the beginning because that's where we're going to want to start this thing. And now let me play this. And pay particular attention to what happens when I put these staccato notes in. I set them to 75% of the note value. Okay, could you hear when we didn't have the full note value? We took a little off. It gets to be a lot more understandable. It gives the phonemes time to come in and go out. So when you use this tool, it, either notate it or in, maybe better yet, if you don't want it to be sung this way as a notated piece, go in to your piano roll and clip the note lengths a little bit so that you can get these attacks on the phonemes better, and it will be more understandable. But it's still pretty impressive. The only other thing that you have to take into account is that some of the vowels are hard-sounding vowels and soft-sounding vowels, and when they recorded it, they're not normalized to the same volume. So you might get points when things are being sung where it sounds like the sound is fading in and out. You have to go in and make some of the notes louder, some softer, but depending upon what um, vowel they are to try and even out the sound. So there you go. Overture 5 works with this, no problem, and it's off to the races now, trying to write a little choral music.